Well, hello. Let me check my settings, make sure we're all in the right place. Okay, yeah, we should be good. It is Monday, January 20th, 2025. And that means it's Inauguration Day. A lot of people have been streaming the inauguration today. And that's what I'm going to look at, just the speech. It's annoying. We have goofy child president in office again. So, that's cool. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Monday. But this guy, just a reminder, this guy just became the president again. I have a feeling I already know some of the stuff he's going to be talking about, maybe most of the stuff he's going to be talking about. Railing against illegal immigrants and all of that. So, just get right into it and see what we got to say.
Vice President Vance, Speaker Johnson, Senator Thune, Chief Justice Roberts, Justices of the United States Supreme Court, President Clinton, President Bush, President Obama, President Biden, Vice President Harris, and my fellow citizens. The golden age of America begins right now. From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world.
This is such bullshit. And he keeps saying that, but it's well known that we are less respected with him in office. It's like as soon as we start talking about Trump getting into office, other countries, especially in Europe, are they're literally laughing at us.
We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer.
Hey, Sandy. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, totally understandable. I watched a little bit of Drunken Peasant stream, and he was just, as far as I could tell, they were just talking about all the old people. I think it came up in the chat. I was like, yeah, it's a lot of old people. I think there's an issue with, well, it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still an issue where politics is dominated by older people, and it's hard to get younger people engaged in that because young people don't tend to trust older people, and there's reasons for that.
Every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first.
Probably put Russia first. Hey, Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. Good to see you. Happy Monday. John Lovell says, J.D. Vance worships statues of Mary, Mary herself, saints, rocks, pieces of bone, and loads of other junk, commonly referred to as artifacts. Indeed. At least they gave us a silent ad.
Our sovereignty will be reclaimed. Our safety will be restored. The scales of justice will be rebalanced. The vicious, violent, and unfair weaponization of the Justice Department and our government will end. And our top priority will be to create a nation that is proud, prosperous, and free. America will soon be greater, stronger, and far more exceptional than ever before.
It's just like a list of buzzwords, like greater, stronger, far more exceptional. Okay.
I return to the presidency confident and optimistic that we are at the start of a thrilling new era of national success. A tide of change is sweeping the country. Sunlight is pouring over the entire world.
What?
And America has the chance to seize this opportunity like never before. But first, we must be honest about the challenges we face. While they are plentiful, they will be annihilated by this great momentum that the world is now witnessing in the United States of America. As we gather today, our government confronts a crisis of trust. For many years, a radical and corrupt establishment has extracted power and wealth.
Watching him, like, live, like, it reminds me of They Live. Like, he looks like he's gonna, like, you're gonna take off the glasses and you see his skeleton face or whatever.
From our citizens, while the pillars of our society lay broken and seemingly in complete disrepair. We now have a government that cannot manage even a simple crisis at home, while at the same time stumbling into a continuing catalog of catastrophic events abroad. It fails to protect our magnificent, law-abiding American citizens, but provides sanctuary and protection for dangerous criminals, many from prisons and mental institutions that have illegally entered our country from all over the world. We have a government that has given unlimited funding to the defense of foreign borders, but refuses to defend American borders or, more importantly, its own people. Our country can no longer deliver basic services in times of emergency, as recently
He just
shown.
sounds tired.
By the
He's got no energy, super low energy.
Wonderful people of North Carolina been treated so badly. And other states who are still suffering from a hurricane that took place many months ago. Or more recently, Los Angeles, where we are watching fires still tragically burn from weeks ago without even a token of defense. They're raging through the houses and communities, even affecting some of the
Not a token of defense? What's he talking about? They said they sent firefighters in from Ukraine, actually, to assist. Hey, Tog, good to see you. They said Christian nation, but never mentioned Jesus Christ. It's very sus. Yeah. Just Trump people mention Jesus Christ. They mention God, not Jesus. Well, yeah, because he's got to cater to all the the other denominations, right? John says J.D. Vance also sprinkles holy water everywhere and uses a foul-smelling incense everywhere too. Noticed he wasn't smiling. You'd think he would be celebrating, but really somber. Trump said God saved him? When was that? Didn't hear about that. What did God save him from?
Wealthiest and most powerful individuals in our country, some of whom are sitting here right now. They don't have a home any longer. That's interesting. But we can't let this happen.
That's interesting. It's not like sad, devastating, heartbreaking. It's interesting.
Everyone is unable to...
It's actually not that interesting. That place has been a tinderbox since forever.
...do anything about it. That's going to change. We have a public health system that does not deliver in times of disaster, yet more money is spent on it than any country anywhere in the world. And we have an education system that teaches our children to be ashamed of themselves in many cases, to hate our country despite the love that we try so desperately to provide to them. All of this...
The problem is when you honestly educate kids about the United States, about U.S. history, and its many transgressions, right? Like they start to like become more cynical, right? And that's natural because you're actually teaching the truth about history, and it's going to be true in like any country that you go to. If you honestly represent history, you're going to be like, oh, okay, so this whole system is, it doesn't matter where you go. That's going to be the case. There's going to be some sense of national shame. It's not. It's not that people are teaching kids what to think, and that they're teaching them how to think, and they're evaluating that critically.
Of this will change starting today, and it will change very quickly.
And just he said all that last time. He said all that, and he wasn't able to get it done. He wasn't able to fulfill most of his campaign promises.
My recent election is a mandate to completely and totally reverse a horrible betrayal and all of these many betrayals that have taken place, and to give the people back their faith, their wealth, their democracy, and indeed their freedom from
Jesus. Words. Oh, the bullet in the ear thing. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I should put a bandage on over my ear. Jesus saved Trump's life so that Trump could do his will. Many men. Oh, cue the Many Men song by 50 Cent. Trump said it, not me. All we can strive for is the best. Yeah, I mean, progress, right? Trump said starting today we are free. Yeah, apparently America wasn't free without Trump. America's only free if Trump's in office, according to Trump.
this moment.
I like the the line from the Vandals Anarchy Burger. America stands for freedom, but if you think you're free, try walking to the deli and urinating on the cheese.
Done. America's decline is over.
Is Ivanka going for the what's that? Eva Braun look?
Liberties and our nation's glorious destiny will no longer be
Wasn't that her
denied.
name?
And we will immediately restore the integrity, competency, and loyalty of America's government. Over the past 8 years, I have been tested and challenged more than any president in our 250-year history, and I've learned a lot along the way. The journey to reclaim our republic has not been an easy one, that I can tell you. Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my freedom and indeed to take my life. Just a few months ago in a beautiful Pennsylvania field, an assassin's bullet ripped through my ear. But I felt then, and believe even more so now, that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again.
Standing O. That's wild. This is wild.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I was saved by God to make America great again.
That is why each day under our administration of American patriots, we will be working to meet every crisis with dignity and power and strength. We will move with purpose and speed to bring back hope, prosperity, safety, and peace for citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. For American citizens, January 20th, 2025 is Liberation Day.
Speak for yourself, but bless you, my fine soldier of Christ. Mrs. Trump looks creepy, yeah. Oh, no.
It is my hope that our recent presidential election will be remembered
Yeah, not if you're a woman. Remember, this guy wants to take away women's bodily autonomy. I mean,
as the greatest and most consequential election in the history of our country. As our victory showed, the entire nation is rapidly unifying behind our agenda with dramatic increases in support from virtually every element of our society, young and old, men and women, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, urban, suburban, rural, and very importantly, we had a powerful win in all 7 swing states, and the popular vote, we won by millions of people.
I'm gonna pull like a Charlie Sheen moment, like winning.
To the Black and Hispanic communities, I want to thank you for the tremendous outpouring of love and trust that you have shown me with your vote. We set records, and I will not forget it. I've heard your voices in the campaign, and I look forward to working with you in the years to come. Today is Martin Luther King Day, and his honor, this will be a great honor, but in his honor, we will strive together to make his dream a reality. We will make his dream come true.
In what way? They are. Oh my goodness. What's he talking about? I think we already had civil rights, sir. Why are they standing again? Is it normal for them to do that?
Thank you. Thank you. National unity is now returning to America, and confidence and pride is soaring like never before. In everything we do,
Notice how Joe and Kamala are not. They're not clapping. They're not standing. Even Nancy Pelosi is, but Biden and Harris are not.
Administration will be inspired by a strong pursuit of excellence and unrelenting success. We will not forget our country. We will not forget our Constitution. And we will not forget our God. Can't do that.
Your God, sir. Not our God. I have trouble. I really have trouble believing this guy is a person of faith or whatever, but claims to be. So.
Today I will sign a series of historic executive orders. With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense. It's all about common sense. First, I will declare a national emergency at our southern border.
There he goes. They're like, well, you know, it's these illegal immigrants from all over the world, but we have a national emergency at the southern border. Did he do that last time? I feel like he did. I want to research that. We is free. Thank you, Donnie Trump. Is Trump? Nice, say that on stream. Are you an idiot? Not just in the colloquial sense of the term, in the technical sense. Trump acts just like many Christians do. Yeah, in some ways, yes. I mean, he acts like the worst of the worst Christians. making fun of the mentally handicapped. Yeah, it's very Christian. Must have demons.
All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came. We will reinstate my Remain in Mexico policy. I will end the practice of catch and release. And I will send troops to the southern border to repel the disastrous invasion of our country.
Troops? Is he talking about the military? He's gonna devote military resources to border patrol?
Under the orders I signed today, we will also be designating the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations.
Okay, see, that kind of makes sense. That I could say, alright, sure, why not?
And by
as far as the cartels go.
Invoking the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, I will direct our government to use the full and immense power of federal and state law enforcement to eliminate the presence of all foreign gangs and criminal networks, bringing devastating crime to U.S. soil, including our cities and inner cities.
Yeah, that's where gangs tend to operate. So, yeah.
As Commander-in-Chief, I have no higher responsibility than to defend our country.
Hi, Jill. Let the golden age begin. Amen. Bye-bye, Biden migrants. Yeah. The illegal migration didn't start with Biden in any... Like, there was no... It's just, yeah.
Country from threats and invasions, and that is exactly what I am going to do. We will do it at a level that nobody's ever seen before. Next, I will direct all members of my cabinet to marshal the vast powers at their disposal to defeat what was record inflation and rapidly bring down costs and prices. The inflation crisis was caused by massive overspending and escalating energy prices, and that is why today I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby.
Oh, great. So under Trump, everything's an emergency. Energy's an emergency. The border's an emergency.
Drill.
It's like the boy who cried wolf.
Hey, did you know you might get a big cash payout if you were in a car accident?
I mean, I can get behind designating the cartels a terrorist organization, though. That's true, although I don't know if we have, like, if we've had, like, attacks on scale that, you know, but as far as the crime that they do over here, that's true.
America will be a manufacturing nation once again, and we have something that no other manufacturing nation will ever have, the largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we are going to use it.
What's he talking about? We don't have the largest amount of, we have a huge reserve because we keep buying it from other people. We don't have the largest amount.
We will bring prices down, fill our strategic reserves up again right to the top, and export American energy all over the world. We will be a rich nation again, and it is that liquid gold under our feet that will help to do it. With my actions today, we will end the Green New Deal and we will revoke the electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto industry and keeping my sacred pledge to our great American auto workers. In other words, you'll be able to buy the car of your choice. We will build automobiles in America again at a rate that nobody could have dreamt possible just a few years ago. And thank you to the auto workers of our nation for your inspiring vote of confidence. We did tremendously with their vote.
Okay, so apparently, I'm going to put my foot in my mouth on that one. So they said over the past 6 years we have led in oil production, but that's because of some of the policies that he instituted, which I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, right?
I will immediately begin the overhaul of our trade system to protect American workers and families. Instead of taxing our citizens to enrich other countries, we will tariff and tax foreign countries to enrich our citizens. For this purpose, we are establishing...
You're going to tax foreign countries to enrich your citizens. Do you know what you're talking about?
The External Revenue Service.
What? The External Revenue Service?
Collect
The
all
ERS?
tariffs, duties, and revenues. It will be massive amounts of money pouring into our treasury, coming from foreign sources. The American dream will soon be back and thriving like never before to restore competence and effectiveness to our federal government. My administration will establish the brand new Department of Government Efficiency. After years and years of illegal and unconstitutional federal efforts to restrict free expression, I will also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America.
Is he talking about like the censorship on what, on television, like the ratings people, or who's he referring to? He does realize that was started by Republicans, right?
Never again will the immense power of the state be weaponized to persecute political opponents. Something I know something about. We will not allow that to happen. It will not happen again. Under my leadership, we will restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law. And we are going to bring law and order back to our cities.
How are we going to do that? Trump doesn't like the news. He sues news stations. You know, the oil companies are rolling in cash, making way more than they've ever made. That's right, John. And they're causing damage to the environment in the process, right? Like, he likes free speech. Yeah, he's got it on his own social media website now, so you can just go buy one. What was I thinking of? Oil. Yeah, since 1986, pipeline accidents have spilled an average of 76,000 barrels per year, more than 3 million gallons. Smack over Arkansas, June 2024. Arkansas released over 100,000 gallons of crude oil. North Dakota, Red Wing Creek, March 27, 2020. Keystone, 2019. Keystone, the same, multiple times since 2010. Trump does not like people to tell the truth about him. He will sue you.
This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life.
What? The government's policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life?
We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based.
I think I've heard the argument against this before.
As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Well, boy. And there you go. Now he's going after trans people.
This week, I will reinstate any service members who were unjustly expelled from our military for objecting to the COVID vaccine mandate with full back pay.
Please sign the petition and urge Congress to make assault rifles illegal for civilians. There's no practical application in civilized society for assault rifles. We need your help. Please tell Congress to outlaw them now. Thank you.
They've been doing that for years.
And I will sign an order to stop our warriors from being subjected to radical political theories and social experiments while on duty. It's going to end immediately.
What?
Our armed forces will be freed to focus on their sole mission, defeating America's enemies.
We got another ad? We're just gonna... My stream's getting taken down. He's doing Christian stuff. Trump's son Barron looks like a rough Russian mafia guy. Yeah. What was he talking about with the, what do you say, like social experiments and extreme political ideology in the military or something like that? Is he talking about having transgender people in the military? So it seemed like he was kind of attacking that. Um, what is it? Because he's doing this whole like, oh, there's only going to be 2 recognized genders now. Which, as far as I know, like anytime you've entered that, it's like voluntary information. It's like, are you male, female, non-binary, or other? And you can just like. So I guess they're just not going to do that anymore.
Like in 2017, we will again build the strongest military the world has ever seen. We will measure our success not only by the battles we win.
How about you keep us out of wars? That would be great. I mean, just keep us out of unnecessary wars. You don't need the world's strongest military. There's nobody attacking us. Like, there's no reason to be involved in all of these conflicts, right? Then you don't need the strongest military. You just need a sufficient military. You have less people focused on killing other people.
But also by the wars that we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into.
Right? Okay. But you still want to have the strongest army. And that chick's just like Ivanka. If they knew they were wearing the same outfit today.
My proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. That's what I want to be, a peacemaker and a unifier.
Really? Because you
I'm pleased
tore
to
this fucking country apart the last time you...
say that as of yesterday, one day before I assumed office, the hostages in the Middle East are coming back home to their families.
No thanks to you. Biden and Harris stood up for that one.
Thank you. America will reclaim its rightful place as the greatest, most powerful, most respected nation on earth, inspiring the awe and admiration of the entire world. A short time from now, we are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, and we will restore the name of a great president, William McKinley, to Mount McKinley, where it should be and where it belongs. President McKinley made our country very rich through tariffs and through talent. He was a natural businessman and gave Teddy Roosevelt the money for many of the great things he did, including the Panama Canal, which has foolishly been given to the country of Panama after the United States. The United States, I mean, think of this, spent more money than ever spent on a project before and lost 38,000 lives in the building of the Panama Canal. We have been treated very badly from this foolish gift that should have never been made, and Panama's promise to us has been broken. The purpose of our deal and the spirit of our treaty has been totally violated. American ships are being severely overcharged and not treated fairly in any way, shape, or form, and that includes the United States Navy. And above all, China is operating the Panama Canal, and we didn't give it to China, we gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back.
Looks like it.
If a man really hated ads, here's what he would do. Day one.
An ad for ad blockers. That's ironic. I can get paid to block ads? Is that true? You think they're lying to me? I want to search this up because there's a reason. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, because it was good for U.S. shipping. Huge economic gains. Jimmy Carter gave Panama control of the Panama Canal. Trump was talking Christian stuff. Trump's going to make peace with Denmark? Are we at war with Denmark? Trump is going to invade Mexico. He says he'll be fighting terrorists. Theoretically, let's make imperialism great again. Yeah. Right? Good to see you. Well, see, I think you could argue that the cartel might be considered a terrorist organization, but
Above all, my message to Americans today is that it is time for us to once again act with courage, vigor, and the vitality of history's greatest civilization. So as we liberate our nation, we will lead it to new heights of victory and success. We will not be deterred. Together we will end the chronic disease epidemic and keep our children safe, healthy, and disease-free. The United States will once again consider itself a growing nation, one that increases our wealth, expands our territory, builds our cities, raises our expectations, and carries our flag into new and beautiful horizons. And we will pursue our manifest destiny into the
manifest destiny? Is he talking about, like, what's he talking about?
The stars, launching American astronauts to plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars.
I mean, that's fine, sure, why not? Orange Man capture Orange Planet. Notice he's laid off on the spray tan lately. Oh, there's Elon Musk in the back. Big shit-eating grin.
Ambition
Baron looks absolutely miserable.
is the lifeblood of a great nation. And right now our nation is more ambitious than any other. There's no nation like our nation. Americans are explorers, builders, innovators, entrepreneurs, and pioneers. The spirit of the frontier is written into our hearts. The call of the next great adventure resounds from within our souls. Our American ancestors turned a small group of colonies on the edge of a vast continent into a mighty republic of the most extraordinary citizens on earth. No one comes close. Americans pushed thousands of miles through a rugged land of untamed wilderness. They crossed deserts, scaled mountains, braved untold dangers, won the Wild West, ended slavery, rescued millions from tyranny, lifted billions from poverty, harnessed electricity, split the atom, launched mankind into the heavens, and put the universe of human knowledge into the palm of the human hand. If we work together, there is nothing we cannot do and no dream we cannot achieve. Many people thought it was impossible for me to stage such a historic political comeback. But as you see today, here I am. The American people have spoken.
I saw something yesterday that said he had like something like a 41% approval rating. Consider this USA and CIA a terrorist organization. Trump wants Greenland, which is a part of Denmark. Yeah, I heard about that. Great American con man. I wonder why the election was not stolen this time. Yeah, no. If he gets elected, of course, it's the will of the people. But if anybody else gets elected, it was stolen. That's usually the way that works. Rating. Nearing its first ever net positive. What? Oh, I don't want to sign up. I just want to see the poll. Come on. Okay, well, this isn't helping me. Yeah. Give me the numbers. Oh, well, a survey of 1,387 people. That's not very many. This is 42%. Pretty much evenly divided now. This is 44% favorable to 49% unfavorable. I think they're just making these numbers up. Long live the king. He has billionaires all around him, right? He only appeals to the wealthy and the wannabes, right?
I stand before you now as proof that you should never believe that something is impossible to do. In America, the impossible is what we do best.
If you have money, you can do anything. Grab by the pussy.
I never join a meeting without my AI meeting assistant.
An AI meeting assistant. Maybe I should use one of those. Well, he's not nearly as abrasive as he was the last time he got elected. Is my connection tanking just in time for the end of this? Yes.
New York to Los Angeles, from Philadelphia to Phoenix, from Chicago to Miami, from Houston to right here in Washington, D.C., our country was forged and built by the generation, our rights and for our freedom. They were farmers and soldiers, cowboys and factory workers, steel workers and coal miners, police officers and pioneers who pushed onward, marched forward, and let no obstacle defeat their spirit or their pride. Together they laid down the railroads, raised up the skyscrapers, built great highways, won 2 world wars, defeated fascism and challenge that they face. After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. With your help, we will restore America, promise, and we will rebuild the nation that we love, and we love it so much. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. So to every parent who dreams for their child, and every child who dreams for their future, I am with you, I will fight for you, and I will win for you. We're going to win like never before.
Winning.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. In recent years, our nation has suffered greatly, but we are going to bring it back and make it great again, greater than ever before. We will be a nation like no other, full of compassion, courage, and exceptionalism. Our power will stop all wars and bring a new spirit of unity to a world that has been angry, violent, and totally unpredictable. America will be respected again and admired again, including by people of religion, faith, and goodwill. We will be prosperous. We will be proud. We will be strong, and we will win like never before. We will not be conquered. We will not be intimidated. We will not be broken, and we will not fail. From this day on, the United States of America will be a free, sovereign, and independent nation. We will stand bravely. We will live proudly. We will dream boldly, and nothing will stand in our way because we are Americans. The future is ours, and our golden age has just begun. Thank you. God bless America. Thank you all. Thank you.
God bless you and God bless America. Trump is creepy. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I need an AI ass wiper. Well, it's like his, he told his speechwriter, like, oh yeah, put a bunch of, like, what do you know, like motivational, shit in there, make it peppy, which is cool, like, I guess that, well, because it's like a winning speech, right? So he's less focused on attacking, his opponents now or whatever. He'll at least accelerate the U.S. empire's fall. Yeah. I remember at the end of the day, he's a capitalist, you know. So that's what he stands for. You know, I don't know how much he really subscribes to, like, the ideology, the agendas that he pushes, right? Like, or how much of that is to appeal to his voter base, right? But his attacks are much more veiled now. But they're still there, like, in his plan. You know, he's talking about, you know, making life more difficult for the LGBTQIA community. He's talking about stopping immigration, I guess, you know, is what he's saying, at least from certain areas. And this is much like the same stuff that he was talking about before, so no surprise there. John says Trump sounded creepy to me. Those people sure liked him. Yeah, well, of course, if they're there to hear him talk, they probably like him, you know. He sounded to me like robotic, like he wasn't really like hyped up on the message he was sending. I think he just had them kind of write something very scripted that he was reciting that was meant to kind of make him sound more rational than he actually is. He said some evil stuff, yeah. It's not just Trump. No, there's a lot of crazy right-wing ideologues out there that support some of those ideas in their most extreme forms. I think he's just trying to appeal to those people. And Musk back there, oh my goodness. On the stage, Trump is creepy. He sounded like Hitler on sedatives, full of U.S. exceptionalism and megalomania. Indeed. And he's still on the Make America Great Again kick, you know. So, 4 more years, man. 4 more years. But we got through it last time, and, you know, I guess we'll figure it out this time. Hopefully we can impeach the fucker. It is what it is. I'm not going to freak out about it. But, yeah, that's about it for me. Probably try to run a chat tomorrow night when I get back to my house. I'm doing dinner here tonight, so I'm going to get started on that. But I wanted to watch that inaugural and just check it out. So, alright. Much love. Be well, stay trusty, and all that jazz. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for coming, John, Theo. I see here Sandy was here earlier. Even you, Jill. Tog, and Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Much love to everybody. Have a great rest of your Monday evening. See you later.